Damn
Welcome
right.
back, everyone, to the Nerdy Playbook. We're back with Echoes Bahamut. No major announcements. Just to remind everybody, if you saw yesterday's, we have new little emojis set up in here. So if you subscribe, you follow, you show up some bits. There are some new ones that's created by our lovely Kohaku that made 3 new Silics. So check them
Yay.
out. There's one for following, and there's 2 for bits. So check them out. Have some fun with them. If you follow and you get one, it actually might be useful for this battle. So, yeah. Other than that, no major things. We're gonna go right into the battle.
Voices.
And we're back. All right. So, last week, the team themselves, after convincing the hive mind of the actual area to gain them passage by defeating Renard, transports them up into a broken passage of Renard's inner laboratory. As a couple of you decide to go investigate, you're able to find out that most likely almost every freelancer that is still alive has been, whether it has been by personal means or abducted, are all being experimented on against their will, most likely. Other than that, you're able to find out there's other, what looks like clones of people. The only one grabbing your attention is one that is marked as Valeris. As you can see, that there is trying to make copies, but it's put in as failure. Eventually moving around, you're able to procure a couple items. Renora got a sword. And you're able to find a hand. Eventually, you guys were able to find a secret passage around to get in to Renard's core. But unfortunately, due to a trip, a fall, he did see that you were there, and it went into a battle. As you started destroying some of his pods or holding in some of his copies, battle ensued. Mixis unfortunately rolled a couple bad rolls, but it resulted in her still gaining favor with her god Bahamut and summoning him temporarily to help out. We left it off with Renora's turn. So
I thought we had left it off with me.
I have in my notes that Bahamut appears out of Mixis's blade. Next session will start with my turn.
Oh,
correct.
That works.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
I think the one that you rolled.
It ended your turn. Yeah.
That's.
It ended your turn. It doesn't. He doesn't attack on his summon. So
okay.
Every
Well, thank God for that.
I have one question. I have one question, Renora, before you start your turn, and it's actually specifically to you. Did you take the horn that you found along with the sword, or did you leave the horn?
I think they left the horn.
Mixis has the horn.
I only took the sword. Mixis took the horn. We left the arm.
Perfect.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, it looked like there was some doors here, and we're trying to shut off the power. So
yes.
Renora's.
So no, so you're locked in the room right now.
Okay.
Got it.
Currently you're being kind of attacked by a bunch of different versions of
Yes.
Renard. And you know that within here is his core, but you're not able to see inside this dome of whether or not it's actually like an entity inside or just like an energy. But you're able to easily figure out that all the power is coming from here. So something that off would be able to shut off all the power to the area.
Thank you. Okay. Do we all know that Bahamut? We all see Bahamut, right?
Yeah, you'll.
Do we all know that he's there to help? Has he said that verbally?
For
all
no,
of us
he hasn't
here?
said
No.
anything. Mixus would be able to Mixus would be able to know. Whether or not Mixus openly says it is completely up to Mixus.
Oh, yeah.
But
Would have said something like,
But-
"Oh God!"
Okay.
this is the exact same form of Bahamut that was summoned after or around the time during the battle against Ira. So you would assume that if logic applies, he's there to help you.
Awesome. Okay. So then Renora's gonna go up to him and be like, "Boy, it's so great you're here. Can you help us with that big thing over there?" And she's just gonna point over towards the big green thing. Like, I don't know if we can get in that. So if you can just help us with that, that would be so great. And she's gonna, as she's saying that, she's gonna fire her speedbow over here
Okay.
to hit this canister. First attack, we got 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Do I apply sneak attack damage?
Technically, yes.
Okay, 21 damage.
Okay. It's still up.
And then second attack, 14 to hit
That's a hit.
and 20 damage.
Okay, it is destroyed.
All right. And then I will use my bonus action to dash away from the center, because I have a feeling that when he gets to attack it, the blast radius might be quite a bit. So I'm going to go back behind this thing.
Okay.
These wreckage. And that's it for me.
Okay. All right, we're going to go to the top of the round to Murph.
You're muted.
All right, DM. Here's what I'd like to do. Tell me how to roll for it. He would like to charge up to this foe right here.
Mm-hmm.
And as he does so, kind of jump at him and turn, and Ken from Street Fighter or Ryu from Street Fighter toss him at that cylinder right there.
10, 15, 20. Okay. All right. So due to his weight and the amount of armor that has on, that'd be the most you could throw. So you would need to get me. So first off, you need to be able to successfully hit him. Then you need to give me at least a DC 20 athletics check. Not a natural 20, but just a 20 total. Just because he's extremely heavy. I'm not denying you can.
23.
What's that?
23 to hit.
Yep.
And you said athletics?
Yep.
Okay, hold on a second. $22.
Okay, so you're successfully able to apply damage for the first hit, then I'll apply damage for the explosion off of the actual container.
$12 plus 18.
Okay, and the container did a lot of explosive damage, So he is down, but not out yet, but does destroy the one inside and destroys the container itself.
Ooh. Very good.
But he is very damaged. He is also
He
one more
stands up
durable
and
of
turns his
models.
back because cool guys don't look at explosions.
It exploded? Did it? How far is the radius on that? Did the other ones take damage?
Oh, fuck, I forgot the radial thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mixus.
I don't know.
That was the reason I threw that motherfucker.
So this guy at the bottom
Okay.
here will take the damage. So he is still up, but he is damaged. That also applies to... Oh, the other one would have been fine. Okay, yeah, so they're both damaged. So this one also takes damage. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That would count that as 2 attacks, Murph. That would be both 1 attack and the throw as an extra attack. So if you got a bonus action you can use, you can do that.
You said that was 2 attacks?
That would be considered 2 attacks, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I get 3 attacks.
That works.
Cool.
One more.
Cool story. Can I do the same thing? He'd like to do the same thing to the other guy, but throw him at the first guy.
So it would require 2 attacks for you to throw. So if you only got 1 attack
Okay.
left, I would not let that happen.
Then he's gonna just run up and smash him in the face with his Belroll gauntlet.
Fair enough.
18 to hit.
Let's see. This is... So I gotta remember which one this is. Okay, yeah. 18's a hit.
Sweet. $24.
24, he is destroyed. And bonus action if you got one.
Nah, hold it for right now. No bonus action. That'll end me turn.
Okay. We go to Renard's turn. He's got no more creatures in the pod, so he's got to rely on the 2 that he's got left at this moment. So he's going to take this guy, which... yeah, he's got 2 battles left. So he is going to aim his rail rifle at Murph, finding him as a threat. And that's a natural 20 to hit.
Oof.
So you take 48 points of force damage on the first hit. Extra attack.
How much? I'm sorry.
48. Extra attack. That is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. That is 28 points of force damage.
I'm down.
Okay, you're down.
Coming.
That's
This
not good.
guy's turn. He's going to move out of the explosive.
Can I use my reaction really fast?
You weren't holding it, though.
Oh, I
Unless
didn't know
you
I
got
had to hold
something-
reactions.
Well, I mean, isn't it an
I-
ability that actually just says reaction on it?
It's yeah, it's my blood curse. So
Oh, okay. Well, if your blood curse says reaction, then yes, you can.
okay, yeah, yeah, it says you can use your reaction. So I'm going to use Fallen Puppet on Murph, and I'm going to amplify it so that way he can take his choice. Well, I don't know if this guy would have moved in the time that this would have activated, but you can move up to half your movement speed, get a +1 bonus to an attack roll, and you can get 1 extra attack on one of them, Murph.
You're
And then
giving
you fall
him-
unconscious.
Well, he's already unconscious, though.
Well, the thing is when a creature you can see within 30 feet drops to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to have that creature make 1 weapon attack against a target of your
Oh.
choice.
Okay, gotcha.
And since I'm amplifying it, he gets to move up to half his movement speed and gets a bonus to attack because
Okay.
I'm amplifying
So
it.
then the guy would still be up here then.
Right.
So we can go back there. Okay.
So you get one. You basically get one more attack before you fall unconscious. I'm
Yeah, weekend at Bernie's.
revitalizing you. Yeah.
A little bit of thriller.
Yeah. I never get to use it, so why not use it on my bestie, you know?
Yeah. So he's
Oh,
gonna.
wow.
It's your
Well,
best.
I am sorry, Renora. I am sorry.
You heard
She
it.
doesn't mean it. She doesn't mean it, Renora. She doesn't mean it.
Smash!
Oh, sad.
You just
Smash!
crushed her heart.
Dirty to hit!
Tear my heart open.
I don't think he heard you.
30 to hit.
30's a hit.
18.
Okay. He's starting to get pretty freaking damaged. Alright,
Yeah, I
so
was just saying, and now you fall unconscious.
and then you're unconscious.
Smash!
Alright.
Smash! Sun's getting low.
Sun's get low. Alright, so this guy now, because he doesn't have to worry about you, he's going to then move over here. And he is going to go for the next strongest target that he sees in range, which is Helga.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also going to use his rail rifle.
Okay.
That is 24 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. That is 36 points of force damage.
Okay.
Extra attack.
Yeah, and raging doesn't.
And not
half
for
that,
force.
so-
Yeah.
Right.
Another 24 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 27 points of force damage.
Okie
And he's
dokie.
going to apply a charge to add Eldritch Energy to it, and you're going to take an additional 18 points of force damage. You're going to be pushed back 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Don't go
30.
too far.
Okay.
That is his turn. You're going to start seeing lights start glow from inside the actual dome itself. And that's going to end Renard's turn. Helga.
Cool. Oh, rude. Rudy McRude.
Rootster.
Rudy McRudester. Yeah, fucking rude.
Huh.
It's like he
Tony.
doesn't want to be
Is it
like
rude?
hit or
Tries.
something.
You know?
Yeah.
Almost. It's almost like that.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Let
So-
me murder you.
Since my Warhammer has a 20-foot reach, that means I don't have to be right up in his face, right?
Correct. You can be
Okay.
20 feet away and you can still technically hit him.
Okay, cool. So he's 40. Well,
Let me
actually,
just
no, I
check
can't
something on your
get right up
Warhammer, because I
into.
think you have to... I want to say that's based on an ability. Let me double check. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Let's see. Boop, boop, boo-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, Warhammer. Let's- That's a typo. You have 10 feet of reach. You activate a charge to make it 20 feet.
Oh, okay. That's fine because I was able to draw a fancy line to get. Oh, where'd it go? Well, now it's saying 45 feet. Make up your mind, D&D. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah.
It's because you're one step forward of you. So, like, you're not on the actual square that's you.
Oh, okay.
You're on the square in front of you. So, if you go
That's fair.
off of the square of you, it's going to be an extra 5 feet.
Okay, that explains it. I was like, why is it? Why can't it make up its mind?
You all in your math.
Ridiculous. Okay. Well, in that case,
If you wanted to get up right in front of his face, it would be 45 feet away. From him.
right. So where the the charges that I use to make it 20 feet, is that the healing, or is that just an extra charge that...
Let me double check. Yeah, so as you pay a charge as an action, so then your whole turn you have reach. You have additional 10 feet of reach, so you can heal. You can heal as the action, and then your extra attack would have the extra 10 feet.
Okay.
Or if you decide to say, I don't want to heal anybody and be that way, you can just sacrifice the healing, and then you just get reach for 2 turns.
Oh no, because I want to get Murph back up.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So then I will go up to this guy. Yeah, that's still. I'll put myself here, and then I will do exactly that. Is I will pay a charge. Yep. To you said, I know my squirrel brain just completely forgot what you said.
Okay, so that means that so you pay a charge as an action.
Yep.
And during an action, you can use your healing effect, which is choosing one person from X HP or up to 6 targets to separate the 50 HP. Then, because you have extra attack, the next attack, or whatever you do as a bonus action or anything like that, gives you reach until the end of your turn.
Okay.
And then at the end of your turn, you lose that additional 10 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, so then that's what I'll do is I will get Murph back up to
You're going to give him the full max? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Murph, you're at full HP.
And
just
then,
feel prone.
Yep, and then I'm gonna hit this guy.
Cool.
Or at least attempt to hit him. We're gonna hope.
Smash his face in.
Smash his face.
Fucking smash him.
13 plus 9.
So 22, so that's a hit.
Cool. Okay. So 9. And then let's do this. Okay, so 10, 20, 31. Yeah, because it's total of 40, 10 plus 9. So 41 plus 9. Force, or no, not force. Bludgeoning.
And what were the numbers again?
31 plus 9.
Okay, so 40. Okay, got it. All right, so he is destroyed.
Cool. I don't even need the poison damage. Mwahaha.
Moo-ha-ha.
Muhaha. And that's gonna be it, because that was all my
Fair enough. Zender.
all my stuff.
All right, the healer is here. I'm gonna use mass cure wounds.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at max health already. You're a little late to the game there, Xander.
I know! It's trying to do my job!
This barbarian over here just took your healing job from you.
I love you, my blue bra.
Mr. Reliable over here.
Well,
No, this way you can focus
Definitely late as always.
Right. This way you
Oh,
can
poor
focus on
Xander.
other people.
Yeah.
Hey, some of us else need heals, so don't worry.
Right.
Oh no.
I kid.
Okay, so everybody within 60 feet of me, which is Helga and Fiona, and I would say Murph. Oh, am I close
Fuck
enough?
Murph.
Hi.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to heal,
Yeah,
I
makes
feel
sense.
the good vibrations. Thank
Feel
you,
the good
Xander.
vibes. Feel the
I
magnificence.
feel the vibes. It's a good vibe.
Yeah. So everybody gets.
I'm so
Uh,
amped.
Nora's the only one that is not in range. Technically.
Okay.
that-
So
I don't
That
think
is
Renor's
okay.
got touched so far anyway.
You're right.
yeah,
I
right.
have,
Fine.
but
Oh,
I'm
have you?
fine. I mean,
Everybody
I'm
gets what?
hurting so bad. The DM didn't hear that right.
How much was it, Xander?
12.
Thank you.
Yep.
Damage doesn't reach the shadows. And I am the shadows.
God. After that was action.
Can never hit Renora, so like I can never fucking hit her. Wait, I got an idea. That just puts like some random fucking like loose like arcane objects out there. Let's see if it gets her out like a fucking Looney Tunes trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my God.
If anything, I feel like that
It's
would be
like
the thing to get her, right? Like,
Right. It's
That or a
like
pile of
gold or
gold.
shiny things, and
Yeah.
it's actually a
That's
mimic.
special item.
It's just a pie on a windowsill. Like,
and, it's an actual mimic, so all of a sudden,
right.
oh, fuck.
exactly.
Door painted on a solid
I
wall.
think I'm kind of good.
All right.
I'm good there.
Okay. Cool. All right. Fiona.
Okay. That big guy, he's a baddie, right? In front of Mixus?
Nope. That is Mixus's
No, that's
dragon.
Bahamut.
That's Bahamut.
Oh, okay.
That looks like
Friend.
He would be very displeased if you attacked him.
Oh, friend.
You've
Yeah,
seen
hit him,
him
see
before.
what happens.
He
You've
friend.
seen
Let's
him
not.
before.
I'd say we
all
didn't.
the way up here. And I can't quite reach him, so I'm gonna shoot him with the demonic crossbow.
Okay.
And hopefully it hits.
No. Come on.
15. Does 15 hit?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
You got a coin. Never mind.
I'm running
Do it
kinda
again.
low on coin, so I'm just gonna attack him again.
Oh.
Oh wait, I got god weapon.
But you're
Ow.
using your demonic crossbow, though.
Fuck. Oh, sorry.
One time.
I thought of that too. It's like, ooh, natural one. Wait, she's using the bow.
No.
So no.
My bow. My bow.
The one time.
Why? Why?
Anything else?
No, that's
Do you by
it.
chance have a third
He's
attack?
sad.
It's a free action
Do
to
I-
cry.
I mean, you are a
Do I-
you're a barbarian. Do you have a third attack?
I don't think we do
I
yet.
thought
Okay.
I did, but it's just 2 attacks per turn.
Okay, got it. Okay, Mixus. So the way this is going to work, Mixus, you can choose to let Bahamut go before you. You do not get to control his actions. He does his own thing. You can choose to either let him go before you or after you.
Okay. I'd be like, hi, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have you come out of the thing, but if you could help, that'd be great. Thank you.
He's just kind of glaring at you a little bit. Like, all right. You going to have him go first or after you?
Yeah, he could go first because right now I have no ranged weapons, I don't think.
All right.
Yeah,
He's
no.
oh, let me do that. What the hell?
God's first.
God's
Why
first.
is it not let me control?
Unlike
the-
ladies first, God's first.
Why does it let me
please?
control fucking
Here,
Bahamut?
can I move him? Can I move him? No, I can't move him either.
I thought you
no.
were Bahamut.
Oh, there we go. Okay, he's gonna move all the way over
There
here
now.
Oh, jeez.
as he flies in the air, and he is gonna do Dark Claw against Renard's copy, which is a 33 to hit. And as you just see this like dark energy come off against his metallic claws, he's just gonna strike down with this big, huge pawed hand and attack for 56 points of damage. And he's going to take his extra attack to do Wing Blast. So he's going to immediately charge up his energy from his wings and immediately do like a gust of wind. Yeah, it will not hit. That's a hit for 24, and that's enough damage to kill him.
Boop.
Before we switch to Mixus's turn, you start to hear something rumble within here. But due to it not being Renard's turn, nothing continues to happen. Bahamut is going to make a perception check using his own skills to see what's inside. That is a 22. He's going to transfer sight to you, Mixus, and you're going to see that there is a broken tiefling inside that's trying to call out to Cacopial.
Oh.
No, 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 no.
That is the end
No.
of Bahamut's turn. letting you know that he only has 1 turn left after this.
No.
So you get to go, and then it's the end of both of yours for the round.
Literally going to tell everybody and just scream, "Oh my god, there's a tiefling inside that
A lot of that was cut off, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Well, what I said was
we know what you
that
meant.
Yeah.
there was a tiefling that was trying to call out to Cocopio. That's what he said.
Okay.
Just in high voice.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Mixus, you get your turn.
Subtitles brought to you by Amber.
Yeah, Mixus translation brought to you by Amber. Yep.
I would hope so, seeing I play that character. It'd be bad if I'm not the one translating. Is there a way to... Do I see where there's the energy that, or like the power that's going to this thing? Is there a way
So
to like,
all these lines in
shed
the
it?
ground are actually the power that's going to and from it. The dome itself is like 20 feet high.
Okay.
The glass itself, no one has actually tested the durability of the glass yet, so you have no idea how durable the actual thickness of the actual shell is. You just know that's enough to
Okay.
be tempered glass, so you can't see inside.
Okay.
Take with that what you will.
I'm gonna throw a dagger at it.
Okay.
I don't know. Watch, it might be actually really brittle, so who knows?
And Renard dies. Congratulations.
Hey, that's your wife. You might want to be careful, buddy. I shouldn't be so happy about that.
21 to hit.
Okay, so you do hit the actual shell. You can roll a damage.
It's only 7.
Okay. You barely crack it. It looks like
It's
you.
just a tiny little thing.
It mostly just kind of did a nick at it and just kind of bounced off.
Bing.
What else on your turn?
Well, technically, originally I had Hunter's Mark up, so am I able to move my Hunter's Mark to whatever's inside there?
Since you technically saw what it is, I'll allow it.
Sweet. So that's what I'll do, since
Okay.
I can't do anything else.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yes.
Murph, top of the round. So to give a little bit of clarification, obviously we know that there's still 3 tanks left. However you want to take that. Looks like power is being both derived to and from them from the central.
Wait. What about me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Renard.
You're just so off in the distance.
Sorry,
I
because
kinda
we
forgot
started
you
with you
existed.
last time. I had you
She is the
circled,
shadows.
so it was separated.
The
from rest of
shadows
the group.
speak.
Okay. Real quick, do these still have things in them? Or
Those are actually
When-
empty. They're
Those are
empty,
empty.
but there is still power going to and from them.
okay, and the tiefling.
Is
That
within
makes us
here,
sees this-
but yeah, only Mixa sees it through Bahamut's eyes.
You need to
Okay.
break the glass.
We just have to work for it.
Yeah. I'm like,
Do
well,
we need to break the glass? The question is, we need to stop it from calling out to Cocopio. That's the big thing.
I heard break glass.
okay.
Break
Well-
things, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What could go wrong? Just smash it.
D&D, we need a little smashing here and there.
Right.
Okay. How am I gonna break the glass? All right.
So you have no
Because see,
idea.
you
said last time that there was something that we saw that looked like it wasn't gonna be broken by a mere weapon.
Well, okay, so it's not like it'll be broken by a mere weapon. It's just a simple non-magical weapon is going to do very little to it. Mixus was
Got
able
it.
to crack
Oh.
it, but not crack it so much that it went all the way depth in, but enough to
Got it.
crack the outside of it. So enough force
Okay.
will do the job. It's not immune to damage. It's just housing something important, so it's just a thicker shell.
Okay. I will oh. There we go. Step out from behind this thing
Mm-hmm.
and
Little dots flying all over the place. There
You're right. I had to zoom out because I was like, wait, where is she?
you go.
throw. I'm gonna try to. How far is that?
So you're in melee range with it right now.
20.
You don't have to
Great.
actually attack the center of it. You can actually just break, like, it's a dome, so you can hit
Right.
any part of it to make it crack.
Oh, perfect. Then I am going to use my 2 short swords, my flame tongue slasher and my emerald sword, short
Okay,
sword,
cool.
to attack it. So first attack, main hand, 18 to hit.
18's a hit.
All right. That's 22. Do I get sneak attack on that?
Yes.
Okay, 22 damage.
Okay.
And then second attack. Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot that this is on the dark hilt, so I get additional 1d12 necrotic damage, and I've had those rings on.
Dumb rings.
I guess the rings don't really matter because it brings it closer to death, but the total hit point of this glass is reduced by 6.
Okay. Got it.
Because that first one was a hit.
Okay.
And then the d12, that's not a d12. Ah. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening.
It's okay.
Necrotic damage for that first hit
Yes.
is an additional 4.
Got it.
Okay.
For the second hit, does 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So then that plus that. Another 22 damage and an additional 9 necrotic.
Okay.
Additional 6 hit points, so a total of 12 hit points besides that has been reduced. And then my offhand.
So that would be your offhand, because you don't have.
Oh,
an
I'm
extra
sorry.
attack.
I have 2 attacks per action, and then since I'm dual wielding, the other sword is offhand for bonus. Or at least that's how D&D Beyond sets it up when you say that you're dual wielding.
Oh, because you got dual wielding feet. Okay, got it. All right, cool.
So then Nat 20, let's go.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
All the dice.
And that is in the other dark hilt because why wouldn't I have them both there? All right. 24 damage, 18 critical, 9 necrotic, and an additional 6 hit points taken off its total life.
Okay.
So yes.
The dome
So
shatters. The whole dome
Awesome.
shatters,
That
and
was
you
easy.
find a huge, like, respirator unit inside, housing what looks like a severely damaged old tiefling. You technically are still in combat.
Awesome.
Let's go fuck him up.
Cool.
I don't know if
nothing
you
more
really,
for me to
There's
do.
nothing more you can do.
Yeah, so there you go, Murph. Have fun.
Murph, let's go fuck him up.
So to imply, I don't have a token for him just because he's not supposed to be technically combatant. But there, I'll just put a, I'll put one of the Renards on here just to as there. So to imply, everything in the dome is considered rough terrain, so it'd be double the amount of movement speed. But it's basically like a huge, like a bunch of cables plugged into one damaged tiefling that's like missing a leg, missing an arm, looks extremely like malnourished. Horn is like twisted and all fucked up. But yeah, all right, Murph, go ahead.
Cool. I got a couple player to DM questions.
Okay.
The Bahamut that we see is the fun-sized Bahamut that resides in the blade, not obviously the
Grand Bahamut.
all-knowing, all-seeing
Correct.
God.
Yes.
Okay.
The fun size.
But he is- He's draconic in nature.
So let's
somewhat.
get this into a little bit technicality so we can explain. So The form that you see out here is what he represents to Mixus as a dragon. His real true form is a dragonborn, which is a dragonborn wizard. So this is not actually his true form. This is just how Mixus sees him due to her affiliation
But right
with
now,
dragons.
we all see him as a dragon.
You all see him as a
That's
dragon.
the form that
Yep.
he is.
Yep.
Excellent. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to use one of my attacks, a bonus action, and my reaction.
All right. Okay.
So, Murpha is going to start walking towards this shell, this tank. As he does so, he's going to look at Bahamut. Do you see that fucking down there? Scorched fucking earth. So I'm going to hit the tank, which is going to be a 16 to hit.
16's a hit.
Okay, cool. So that tank is going to take... He's also going to use one of his charges from his gauntlet
Okay.
on that tank. So that tank is going to take 26 points of damage.
It is sparking, and it is smoking, but it's not destroyed yet.
He's going to reach back with the Belro gauntlet, still staring at the Bahamut. You understand me? Scorched fucking earth down there. Cinders! He's going to punch in the tank again
Okay.
for 31 to hit.
That's a hit.
He's going to use another charge, so that will take 8 plus 17 for damage.
Okay, that's enough to destroy it. So we are going to first.
So he's going to use his reaction to teleport to Xander's dagger.
Okay.
And he's going to forego his third attack to use Commander Strike to allow the Bahamut that he's been talking shit to hopefully scorch that tiefling that's down there and leave nothing but a pile of ashes.
Oh no.
And he adds a D12 to his damage. I'm new to the campaign. Hope that wasn't anybody important.
So okay,
Wait a minute.
okay. So Commander Strike, that allows him to move now. Let me double check.
Yeah, let me bring that up real quick.
Crunch the numbers.
So Commander.
When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct an ally that can see or hear you to strike using its reaction, adding the superiority die to damage
Okay, so he
roll,
can
which is a
attack
D10.
right now. Then. Okay, cool.
Correct. And that'll end my turn because that tank's going to explode and I'm going to teleport over to Xander.
Yep.
And as I appear, hi! Thanks for the healing!
Okay.
Yeah, fucking
That was me.
magnificent!
That was me,
Oh.
you asshole.
I'll take credit.
He's the healer, though! You did it! Oh,
Yeah.
you're not magnificent.
Always on Bahamut's last turn, which is to be considered his last turn, he uses an ability called Mega Flare, which he charges up as a 60-foot radius, and everything gets hit. They have to make a dexterity saving throw, so he's going to target on what you want. So
That's not his last turn, though, because he gets a full attack and then his last turn.
his rules
Because I use
change,
Commander
though.
Strike.
He only gets technically
Okay.
He only technically gets 2 moves. So
Okay.
I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
Sorry, guys. I thought it'd be a little more
Aw.
focused.
It was a good idea. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, we're off to a great start with the
Yeah, we are. Ba, 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 look at
No.
Ba, ba, ba.
Oh, I should use a coins. God damn it. Use a couple coins.
All right, so DC is 20. If you succeeded, raise your hand.
Xander, are you still rolling your coins?
Yeah, I still can't. I still fail.
So if you failed, you're gonna take 58 points of damage. If you
I should've
succeeded, you were
rolled a
gonna
coin.
take 29 points of damage.
I'm down.
Assuming it's fire.
I'm not out.
It is not considered any kind of damage because he is a neutral dragon. He is not a fire dragon.
Okay.
He's a chaos dragon.
58.
29
It's
if
a
you
haircut.
succeeded. There is no specific damage. Technically, it is magical, so even if you're raging, even though it's not a specific time to damage, you cannot reduce it any further.
Is this just because I keep forgetting I have it? Because I keep forgetting what it actually. Where is it? Is this considered magical spell damage or no?
It's not a spell, just magical.
Okay.
But it is enough to kill the husk of Renard and in combat.
It was him.
Combat is done.
I'm like really down. Like
I am
I'm.
too.
At this point,
Oh,
Bahamut
my
just looks at
God.
everyone and just disappears.
Hell of an entrance.
Does my bow return back? Like rematerialize?
Not right away.
Alright.
Murphy just starts
If we
toppling
use
over.
a potion of
I
healing
didn't
outside
know.
of combat, do we just heal for the full amount?
Yes.
Or do we roll for it? Okay.
Yeah. I
Someone's
will
gonna have to
go-
force feed me because I'm down.
Yeah,
I got
I'll
you.
say
I'll like walk over casually, like sipping one, just like, and then
Is there
just
a little-
shove the other one in your mouth. Like,
Is there a little umbrella in it?
Of course, you know there is. Where'd I
Are
get
you
it?
doing
I'll never
it-
tell.
are you doing that to Meeksis, or you
Meeksis.
okay, I'll go
Yeah, I'm
over
right
to
there.
Fierna and do some cure wounds.
So how much
Twice.
do I get?
2d4 plus 2, so 10.
Ten?
Yeah.
Well, this is all going on. Can Murphy jump down into the dome, see?
Okay, I'm still really
What's left?
down, but I'm great. Well,
14.
not down, but.
Yeah, sure. Give me an
Still hurt.
investigation check.
16.
Ooh, I want to go with. I
Fierna.
want to go with. Can I go with? Can I go with?
16,
Can I?
you
Can I?
said?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Now you can
Are
take
you
it.
remember? Are
There,
you
I will
learning
assist
things
Murph
from-
in the investigation.
Are you learning from Mixis by
Maybe.
the way you talked? Okay, I'm gonna take a superior healing potion once I'm actually awake.
Yeah.
Or I should say, Murph, did you want advantage or did you want to roll separately?
Uh,
How many
Wow.
D4s are on the
Uh,
screen?
That
Murph
was a
already
lot.
rolled.
Oh, okay, never mind. Forget I said it.
I'm
I know
almost-
nothing. That's a 3.
With advantage?
But he
Mhm.
can't get advantage because he already rolled.
Oh. Well, then can I make my own check?
Yeah.
Since...
You can make your own check.
Okay.
You just can't give some advantage once they ever roll.
Meeksis, since we're not in combat, you can just heal for that full 60. You didn't have to roll for it.
Oh, oops.
That's
I
okay.
got
Not
a
bad.
10.
No worries.
Okay.
It's smoky.
The mass
Dum-dums
evisceration
down.
that Bahamut had on the whole area has destroyed pretty much everything. Very few bits of the body are left. It is mostly scorched. A lot of it is gone. The
Cool.
remnants of what is a tiefling are still there. But even before it happened, there was nothing but wires and tubes that were in there. Basically, like, you assume this guy was like in the utmost amount of pain and he required like everything in him to stay alive. That's mostly what got destroyed. If there was anything on his person that he had, it was destroyed with the attack.
Is this husk of a body still there?
Some of it is.
Okay, because we're supposed to bring that to the plant dude.
I thought one of the mechanical guys we were bringing to the plant, dude.
I
We
thought
just
it
gotta
was the-
destroy-
Oh, the automaton, so.
I thought
Yeah,
it
we gotta
was, like,
destroy
yeah,
all the
is
other
this-
copies.
I thought, I thought this was the actual mechanical dude.
Oh, this is a tiefling.
So
Oh,
Like
never
his
mind.
body.
anybody else
Yeah.
that wants to give me an intelligence check to try to understand what the fuck is going on, you can.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who's big brain?
I
Who's big
also
brain right
wanted to see if it looks like power is still going out, because you said we could kind of see it coming through these doors up through the top.
You can definitely tell without making a check that the power, now that his specific spot is destroyed, the power is just now turned on for everything. All doors are unlocked, all rooms are available, and it's no longer restricted to his own devices.
Okay.
I got a 15.
15. Anybody else
see a
on intelligence?
Yeah.
body that doesn't interest me at all, so I stopped looking at it. I got a natural.
Oh, not a save, a check. Oh my god.
Okay, it happens.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. You know
D20.
stuff.
Okay. So between you guys looking around and trying to get the overall idea of what the fuck, the person in the center, based off the pictures you guys saw already, is really Renard Taftan. The tiefling is him. And based off the amount of tubes they've had in the system, you can assume that he is the mind behind all the automatons, but none of them are actually individually controlled without him. You would assume, based off how much he controlled all over the place, there's probably more copies of him around the place, but they are basically just empty shells without someone controlling them. If you want to be able to fulfill your end of the bargain, you just gotta look around the place to find one.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
Did we maybe want to take a rest while we're just chilling here before we go wandering into who knows what's its?
You
I
can.
just chugged like 3 health potions back to back, so I'm pretty much up.
I would also say that based off what you guys saw and the fact that Mixus and Renora are the ones that made the intelligence checks, since you guys were the ones that actually investigated the area, you would assume that if all the automatons are down, you are completely safe to take a long rest.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should we
So,
try to do it
you guys-
in this room? Because this room seems interesting.
Yeah, let's go check. Well,
Go to this one down here.
Okay. Alright, so you head down in that
Look at
room. Give
Cool,
me an
how does-
investigation check on the room.
I mean, you guys could
Right.
go to the bedrooms over there and take a nap on a bed if you really wanted to, but
Right.
Ugh, that's too much work.
Actually, before you move off, Mixus, Murta would kind of very, very, like, almost hesitantly, gently, like, touch you on the shoulder or the elbow to get your attention. We will. Could I have a word?
okay. Sure.
Hey, you were talking and I heard that you have a horn. Would you be willing to part with it?
But it's my horn.
I know it's your horn. Thus, why I'm asking if you're willing to part with your horn.
Hard.
What are you
Yar
gonna
har
give me
har.
for it? You gonna make
I-
a trade?
What do you want?
You got anything cool?
I've been working on this at Fort Phoenix and I was going to give it to everybody all at once, but because of the situation, and he's going to pull out like a little charm, like almost like a keychain that you could put on a weapon, and hers is going to be in the shape of a stag like Fred, with little diamonds in his antlers. How about this?
Okay. And I just like toss the horn at you.
He catches it and like holds up the little thing he was gonna give her. I don't tell the others. This one's yours. I have in time.
Okay.
Hands it and takes the horn.
Fun birthday
It's
card.
pretty.
So Murphy during the rest is I was gonna say during the long rest, Murphy is gonna like sequential himself off from the group and start working on the horn.
during
Working on
long
it?
rest,
You mean,
Nora is also kind of sequester off from people to check out the blade.
you mean during?
She doesn't want to.
Oh, you're not gonna take a long rest?
Mm.
You do a short. You could check stuff out. I think short rest.
Do we need to take a long rest? Has it been a while since we've taken a long rest?
Yes.
It has been some
Well,
time
not
since
for
you guys.
health, for like to avoid exhaustion.
Yeah, to avoid exhaustion. The amount of time it took you to actually take the boat there, and the amount of time since you slept, even though because you didn't actually heal from the sleep that you had from the dream state. You guys have been awake for roughly about actually past 24 hours. So if you don't actually take a long rest, you will suffer 3 levels of exhaustion.
Okay. So I will be taking a long rest. But before we take a long rest, I would like to check out the blade and see what else I can learn about it before I go sleepy.
Whoa.
Right.
I only have to sleep for 4 hours.
Okay.
Question for DM.
All right. What's your question?
I know Renora chugged 3 potions of health right before we asked and found out we're taking a long rest. Can she get those back? Can we retro or no?
Sure.
Ah, thank
Cool.
you.
Oh.
Thank
you own the DM cookies later.
I always accept cookies.
Does that apply?
Oh,
Does
benevolent
that apply for me too?
Yeah, I'll say since you guys didn't take into account that a long rest was necessary, you guys can take back the potions you took.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sweet.
We look
No,
upon you.
the one that I
and
got for
blessed
Mix
is
is
the
getting
DM.
so that he wasn't, so that she wasn't passed out.
Renora, as far as
What?
investigating the blade that
first
you
one I
have
had-
procured,
No,
You
I gave you one for you to not be knocked out. I
Oh
thought.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
as far
Sorry.
as
So mine is fine.
as far as investigating the blade that you procured, do you have proficiency in either Arcana or Insight?
Nope.
Okay, so you can give me either a Arcana check, Insight check, or Investigation check, but it will be high DC,
Okay.
just because you haven't physically tested it yet.
11.
11.
Use
Ooh,
those
can
coins.
I do a coin?
That's up to
No.
you. I've not told you what the answer is, so you absolutely can if you would like to.
You did say high DC, and I don't feel like 11 is high. So, or I could just use one of my lucky. Since we're about to go to sleep, I'll use a lucky point.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Or I
Feel
won't.
lucky.
It was even worse.
You feel lucky, Buck?
All
Oh
the luck.
no. Okay.
You can use as many
Wow, what a
coins as you
cool
want.
blade. Oh, I can. Okay.
Yeah, you can use coins whenever you want.
Nat 20. Let's go.
Here we go.
Taking some time to spend on this blade, the blade is designed as a pretty grandiose short sword. At first glance, this looks like a blood sacrificial blade, but the energy that actually derives seems more radiant than dark. It's almost kind of like polar opposites of what it looks like compared to what it does. The scripture itself, what languages do you speak?
Common, Orc, Thieves' Camp.
You do not understand the language itself, but with the natural 20, you're able to at least compare it to languages that you know, and at least be able to get a rough estimate of the overall gist of what this blade is, and essentially the power that it holds. Oh, let me pull up the info for it. Hang on 1 second. Not that. Oh, where was it? I got so many notes. Oh my god. All right, there we go. All right, so you're able to find out that this is the Blade of Life. And it is actually obvious. Well, I mean, whether it's apparent or not, it is the antithesis of the Blade of Death, which is actually what anima is. The life blade itself is less more purity, but more kind of ritualistic in how it works. There's no specific how-to manual on it of exactly do this, do that, this is how it works exactly. But as far as a rough concept until you try it out, it looks like it has an ability to passively heal the wielder once they attune to it. Added to that, it looks like every strike you do, you can actually pull the blood from your enemy if they have it. So it doesn't work on automatons, it doesn't work on zombies, it doesn't work on undead, etc., etc., etc. But if it is a living creature and it has blood, you're able to pull it from there and you're able to actually heal yourself for an X amount. But you don't know the actual amount until you start tuning to the blade. There are other abilities to it, but knowing what you know about what Mixus had to do, what Fiona had to do, what Serena had to do with their blades, you know that eventually communicating to the spirit within, the god that actually is the wielder and the creator of this blade, will teach you more than just wielding it on its own.
Okay.
But there is no inscription on it that actually says the name of the god.
Okay.
But the blade itself is considered a short sword. I will make it for you. As of right now, if you choose to wield it and you attune it to yourself, it is considered +3 short sword right now. Every time you attack a creature that is a living creature that has blood, you're able to heal for half the damage that you inflicted. As a passive bonus at the beginning of your turn, as long as you're holding the blade at the beginning of the turn, not switching the blade in your turn, you heal for 10. That's the basic gist you can get off at the first point. There's more to it, but that's at least what you can figure out from just figuring out the blade by kind of spinning it on your hand, maybe grazing it against the wall, doing general tests without actually trying it on one of your friends.
Yeah.
Renora,
Like, Xander, give me your hand!
Can you say the thing after healing for half the damage done for
at the beginning of
a living creature?
At the beginning of your turn, if you are actively holding the sword at the beginning of your turn, you passively heal for 10.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And I will have sweet, sweet dreams of wielding the sword.
The overall
man.
description of what it looks
Not a
like
vampire.
is, even though it is a sword of radiance, you assume that it even deals like radiant damage. Even though it's a sword of radiance, it is actually black with crimson energy that's flaring off of it. From first glance, this looks like it either give off necrotic energy or fire energy of some kind, like more in tune with a tiefling or a devil. But the power within actually seems like the polar opposite.
Okay. Cool.
Compared to the blades that any of the others have got, this blade does not attune to your specific style. It is the way it is. When Fiona got her blade, it gave her a specific weapon that was attuned to her. A great katana. Mixus got a bow. This is much like Silic's blade. Instead of it creating something itself, it channeled into a blade he already had, which is a katana. Someone probably already had a short sword. They channeled the energy into a short sword.
Nice. All right. Good. I like short swords. I ain't complaining.
Fair enough. All right, the rest of you want to take a long rest.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Helga's been out.
All right. Without any interruptions, you're all able to take a long rest. 8 hours spent, with the exception of Mixus, if you want to do anything after your 4 hours.
I'm going to explore this room.
Okay, give me an investigation check. Since you're going to be taking the time, you can give it to me with advantage.
Because, you know, fun room. That'd be a 20.
20.
Why
As
is this music so ominous?
Honestly, the timing of that, like, oh, a 20, you say, and then it's like, dun. Like,
as you investigate the room, this
I'm
definitely
so bummed.
seems.
Are you?
This definitely seems of Renard's more alchemist side, less of his technological side. Based off of the bottles and jars in here, this definitely looks like a room of the conversion of magic to science. And this is where it was done. Of how to take a firebolt spell and allow a droid to use it. how to do mass resurrection, but have someone who's inanimate use it. There is some notes scattered around the place, and with the time that you have, you can go through them.
Can I just take the notes and shove them in my bag and my
Sure.
thing, and then go in here?
Okay.
In this room?
Inside
Who's
that
gonna
room
go in
looks like a specific waiting room. Looks like in case if for some reason Renard had to attend guests, or maybe the king or the prince was there to check up on something, this is where they would at least keep themselves until Renard was ready for their arrival, for any kind of demonstration that he might have.
Is there cabinets?
Those are actually supposed to be couches.
Oh, couches. Okay.
Yep.
What's this way?
As far as you know, it leads to a stairwell downwards.
Oh. Can I see what's down there?
You can give me a perception check to look down without walking down.
And we stand at the top of the stairs and...
And this is how we lose Meeksis.
What was that about the cat getting killed and the other half that no one knew about except you?
You brought it back, yeah?
Yeah, that one.
That's a 15.
Okay. You can't see all the way to the bottom. The steps go down pretty far. But there is definitely an eerie, almost kind of liquidy smog that is coming down halfway, almost near the end of your vision. That's obscuring the last 10 feet of your 60 feet of view.
Does my armor, any red flags go off on my armor?
You can give yourself an insight check.
Inside check. Is it advantage or no?
No.
Wish. 14.
Your armor doesn't go off, but you do get a kind of a sixth sense that you wouldn't have had naturally. You can sense that wherever this goes is where you're intending to eventually go, but it's a different pathway to get there. Between the time that you have left due to the creature that calls itself home in this place, and now, something malicious has happened and is creating this effect.
That way. You go back the other way.
Okay. I'd say you could definitely assume that that pathway is one of the pathways Renard would have had to try to get down there for his droids.
Okay. I'm just gonna start looking around while everyone's sleeping.
Okay, I'll let you do one more investigation check on the area. Depending on that check depends on how much you can find before people wake up.
I literally think that Mixus would be like running around, like going to all the places like this looks like a kitchen over here, that kind of thing. Yeah. You said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Is that with advantage or not with advantage?
No, this is just based on the roll. Depends on how much you can do in the time allotted.
Whee! 11.
Okay. With the time allotted, you're able to find out different rooms outside the bedrooms. You can find some experimental rooms. Mostly you're able to find at most of the place itself. This whole area is more or less Renard's personal laboratory, outside of the actual full Aberrant laboratory. Not only is this his laboratory, but it's probably been his home for the past 50 years. Based off this area, even when he was just a standard tiefling, however long ago that was, this was probably actually originally his home, and he started building around it. Based on what you can tell of this area that you can get with the time, is some of the first rooms were first learning how to extend his life out, which would have been implementing cybernetic parts into his body. Based off the time, you can assume that maybe by the 20th year, when he finally was able to be known as Renard as the first automaton, was probably at that point where he actually was able to create his first atomic body. And that was done here. This place houses the means to make automatons. Nothing efficient without Renard's mind at hand, but the know-how is here to create it. If you wanted to create yourself an automaton body, it could be done, but you'd assume, without the knowledge behind it, the amount of time it would take to create a properly functioned shell without a mind would take at least half a year.
Okay.
That's as much as you can find by the time people start waking up.
Is this a bathroom?
It is a washroom, yes.
I'm gonna go in the washroom.
Okay.
While everyone's like,
Okay.
that's where people are gonna find
Everyone
me
can hit the
eventually.
long rest button as you all start waking up.
Everyone's gonna find me in the washroom eventually. Is there a tub in here?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yes, there's a tub.
Totally filling it with water and sitting in it
Oh boy.
and splashing.
Splish splash, I'm taking a bath.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty splash.
In a creepy laboratory, you know.
As you all start waking up, even before you notice that Mixus isn't there, you start to feel an eagerness that wasn't there before. You definitely feel, all of you can immediately feel, even without an insight check, that whatever's happened in the past 10 hours, even before the battle with Renard, something down within the layer that you're trying to get access to with the creature, something bad has happened. Whether it's a creature doing it to somebody, or somebody doing it against the creature. I'd also say at this time, too, due to the mechanics of the actual factory that you're in, there are 2 automatons that reloaded. They are obviously not functional, or at least they don't have a mind, but the wizard format spawned here, and the battle format spawned here. It looks like they were meant to go inside the pods, but due to the pods being destroyed, they randomly just got dropped on the floor, and now they're just laying like their bodies, their backs like on the ground. They look like they have power to them, but without somebody physically controlling them, they are just nothing but just empty shells. Very expensive metal without anybody using them.
I'm gonna grab the battle one for our little Alfie Ooze guy.
Okay.
Of the ooze. Sounds good.
When he sees Fiona pick up the automaton, can I do an investigation check to figure out if there's any way to set up if there's a self-destruct sequence or a remote self-destruct
button
or
to
some
push?
way that... Yeah, well, no, some way that Renard had that in case one of these things got out of line that he could destroy it.
Oh, on the specific automaton itself. Okay, yeah, you can give me an
Yeah.
investigation check on the automaton to find out if there's any kind of like switch in case you're like, yeah, you're going rogue, let's shut you down.
18.
18. Based on your average intelligence and what you would know about tech, which is very limited, this thing doesn't have a physical self-destruct switch. But as you think about it, you assume that Renard's the one that's controlling them. They have no way of controlling themselves. Renard was too cocky to be able to worry about something like that. They do not have an internal self-destruct switch, but you assume that he had a more of a telepathic one, that he could just command them with his mind to just self-destruct due to them being maybe malfunctioning, or maybe it's just like, hey, I need this one to be kamikaze, so I'm going to just let it self-destruct. But it was something that he had in his own mind that he can control since he was the core. There's nothing you can physically do yourself.
Right.
So we have.
What you thinking there, Murph?
I think it's time to go deliver this body to our new
Lord.
Nexus. What do you call him? What was his name?
Alfredo.
You hear
Alfredo!
nothing because I'm not
Nexus
there.
isn't there.
That's Chico.
Oh, she's probably around here somewhere. We all know she likes to explore.
Yeah,
she's
Right here, bathwater.
I was like, or she's
Anyway.
dead.
I glare at
Maybe,
Helga.
maybe she found a new friend named Helga. Let's be positive.
That scared
Have
me
you
more
met
than
me?
her being dead. Surprising.
But I think it's time we take that thing, and he's gonna point to what Mama Fee sold.
Hey,
To our
Mixus, if
new
you're around here, we're leaving.
friend.
Bye. Okay, bye. Train's leaving.
It's time to fucking go!
I'm gonna start looking around for her.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be in the bedroom. And I'm gonna be looking to see if there's random stuff that I can take.
Let's just leave her. She ain't paying attention.
How long?
That's on her.
I can't hear you
We're
guys.
not
Remember, we're
leaving
between
her.
like different walls. I wouldn't be able to hear you. Like these are thick
I'm gonna
walls.
Life's
first
got
look
big
for her
lungs.
in this little room over here. Wee, look at me go.
Yeah.
And see if I can see her. Do I need a investigation check or anything?
We're wasting time.
How long does it take to attune to something? Like
2
a
hours.
short rest amount of time?
2
2
hours.
hours?
But it needs to be 2 hours while you're awake.
Got it.
I got a
Wake me up.
15.
15. If you decide to dedicate yourself about a good 20 minutes, you can find mixes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that and then yell at her when I find her.
I'll go Billy without you.
You guys were sleeping.
Not
Oh no, you
yelling.
found her. Oh
It's not my fault that you guys have to take so many hours of sleep. I don't know how you do
You
that.
know where we are. This could be dangerous. Don't go wandering.
Oh yeah,
around.
don't go down those stairs over there. There's like a misty thing coming out of there. Yeah.
Danger.
And I'm assuming you checked this out by yourself. She's like, face palm, takes
Yeah.
her head.
Stairs over there.
We could have just
over
left.
here. Over here. Yeah, these stairs. They all
Okay.
misty like stuff. You should go in there.
Can I investigate the stairs since I'm there now while she's pointing it out?
Sure.
Stairs.
Give me a
Those
perception
stairs.
check.
Whoops. I did investigate.
While they do that, can Murpha ripped off the head of the mage unit?
Sure.
Or smash it?
You don't have to make a check for it. You can just rip it off.
16 for
16.
perception.
Based off what you can
Bring
tell,
that down, Mike.
this pathway leads to two different spots. One is a main pathway that leads into the rest of the facility. A spot of the facility that none of you have gone yet. Probably the facility that leads mainly on the Freelancer Island. Another path goes further down to another spot lower to where the creature resides. But maybe past his essential guarding point. But this energy, this residue that's coming up is definitely not the creatures. Whatever this is dark. You can give me a history check.
Doesn't feel like Ira does it because she kind of killed me, so I feel like I'd know a little bit of
Be triggered.
Her essence.
right.
Add five.
Okay, so history. I got a 4. I'm gonna
Okay.
use a coin.
Okay.
12.
Rolling.
That did
Roll.
nothing. So +3. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I'll just say ignorance is bliss.
Hmm.
No, that's ominous.
I'm gonna look down. Just no. Let's go back.
Okay.
You don't know
I
why.
don't want to go down there.
You don't know why, but after you stare at it for a little while, Fiona, you just feel like a tightness in your chest. Then you walk away and it goes away.
Yeah, we're not going down there. Let's go back the way we came.
Go down
Big-
there, Fiona.
Okay.
Big
Go
cup
down.
of
Only
milk.
if you go with her, Xander.
I forget the
fine,
first
we don't
time
go
I
head
did
first.
this, we fell down some stairs.
That's true.
Oh, way to
Roll
bring
down
out
these.
And if I remember correctly, the whole reason we got caught in the first place was because was it Xander that tripped or Mixus that tripped?
It was.
It was-
I
It was
I
Murph
was
that
very
tripped.
stealthy.
It was Murph.
We
super
were locked
stealthy.
up.
Never forget. Never forget.
Never
the
forget.
tripping of the stairs. Okay,
So I
no
guess-
rushing headfirst into danger. Okay.
So where are we going now?
We should find a different way to bring these back to Alfie.
Okay.
Okay.
We
get
can
to Kira.
backtrack, can't we?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, it's just gonna take longer.
We can actually go through this door over here now.
He's gonna like point to the creepy stairs that Finra just said avoid and look at Xander. Oh, really? It'll take longer. Longer than death?
I ain't afraid of death. I came back from death.
Oh, okay.
Everybody gets
Yeah.
one, brah.
Everybody
Only
gets
one. Fucking one.
Let's not go back to death because I can only do that once in a while. Not
Yeah,
a lot.
I'd really rather not go through that again.
So I'm gonna follow. Like it looks like Renora's like taking off. So
I got it.
Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll follow him.
I heard go back the way we came.
Yep.
And then I just
Bye.
started walking. All right.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Either
go.
way, let us know if anything's dangerous ahead of time.
Well, there shouldn't be.
Alright.
Alright, so how you guys doing this?
Going back the way we came.
Going back the way you came. Okay. So as you guys start moving your way back, it's going to take you roughly about a good half an hour to get back to the hole in the wall that the creature dropped you off at. As you get back there, you kind of see this busted automaton. It's kind of being put together with some of the actual pieces of the creature, kind of like holding it together like joints, kind of waiting for you. As like by the time you get in the room, he just kind of like, ah, you're back. Good. Good. Sorry. The eyes sockets don't work so well. How did everything go?
Toss the automaton in front of him.
Huh.
PJ King.
Kind of like kicks it. Alright. Is Renard dead?
Dead as dead gets.
Fair enough.
Be
As
received.
he just like grabs the automaton's leg and just starts like dragging it back through. Alright. Come. Let's continue. I will fulfill my end of the bargain. As like the big huge spot to step on is available for everyone to step on.
Oh, the little flower thing again.
Oh, okay, yep. We'll step on that.
Mm-hmm.
As it kind of closes up and you get pulled back to spot you were. As the droid that was talking to you just kind of just drops as you guys get down there, and the creature starts grabbing onto the back of the automaton that you grabbed. It just kind of pulls it against the wall and just sits it there. So it'll take some time. Alright. Well then, as he pulls back the wall that he blocked you with, feel free to head on. But first, I feel obligated to warn you. The one you're looking for, the one you call Ira, she is there. And I believe that she has taken battle with several others. They came around the same time you did, but they were able to make it past me without my notice. They're quite efficient with the illusion. And I've lost their sense of life in the past hour.
They tried fighting her?
I am not quite aware. Her energy within the area, even though she's within my domain, makes me blind to what she does. All I know
What
is
they
that
look like?
kind of like looks at you all and like takes like a piece of like a robotic arm. It's like there was a female, kind of like points to like both like it kind of points to like most of the females. It's like that, but blue. And then there was a younger female that looked the same, but she was smaller. And then there was a male, similar color to, and then kind of points over to like Nixus, but then points to Xander. It's like kind of like something in the middle. Like he doesn't know colors. Like something like in between the middle of you two. And he was pretty armed. He had on quite a few weapons. But they came in here with some kind of purpose. And once they got so far, I didn't find it prudent to stop them. But if you find yourselves with importance to save lives that would be possibly lost, I'd make haste.
Time for Era's End, right?
Let's go fuck her up.
Yep. Retribution.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Your vote of confidence is just outstanding, Renora.
Before we begin
can tell
that,
you
we're
really
going to take a break.
believe.
We're going to take a 10-minute break, allow people to go to the bathroom, and we'll
Awesome.
continue from there. So don't go far. We'll take a quick 10-minute break. See you soon.
And the battle.
Just
Let off
act
tequila, guys. Let's go.
Alright, they're back. Unfortunately, Misa's not back. She is not feeling good. So she is going to take a bath right now. We're not going to actually last much longer. We got a couple people that just aren't feeling good tonight, so we're just going to kind of earlier. But we still got a little bit that we're going to do just to kind of continue this on. As you guys decide to move on, heading past... Well, do you have any questions for the creature before you move on?
Yeah.
Healthy.
I want to ask about the power lines that I saw coming down from the room with all the different clones that were like X, V, I, A, S leading down that center. You said that there was like power cables like going down to like where the creature was. I want to ask him about that.
That is why I am not fascinated with Renard. His infatuation with all things of what my race is disturbing. But I believe where those intrusive lines relay to is in your destination.
Okay.
I do
You
not
don't know what it is, though?
I do not know what they are. I am blind to Iris'
Right. Okay.
intentions. But my best guess is they were helping each other.
Okay.
There were stairs leading down. Was that to you or was that to Ira?
There are different pathways that leads the way down here. Some of them lead a little bit ahead, some of them lead a little behind. None of them have a specific destination, but some of them lead around here.
DM question for player. Do I feel the sensation that I felt looking down those stairs down here?
Not yet, but you will.
Okay.
Just you wait.
Anything else you have for him before you move on?
No.
Not for me.
Now that you have a body, what do you plan on doing? What's your first step of action now that you can
Leave the
explore?
I have put much time into it as I am only left with my thoughts. I'm able to actively live in both my actual living self as you are speaking to me now and the automaton you left with me. I believe that I will separate my mind and have one explore the world. Other than books and things that others have told me, or of things that I have unfortunately been able to get from people's minds, that's all I know. I'm limited to the basis. I will leave this place while also protecting it. Explore while also staying here. And from then on, I'll figure it out. But before I begin, you unfortunately, and I understand, but you unfortunately brought me one of his units that is fully armed, and I'd like to strip him of all this. I'm not one of war, and these weapons that he has implemented on this thing will get removed post-haste before I start controlling the creature. From then on, I will figure out my path forward.
So you want to take his weapons off?
Correct. They are nothing but a problem waiting to happen. If one has a weapon, one has a reason to use a weapon.
I'm gonna look at Murph and Helga and be like, eh?
I mean,
Yeah, good intentions.
just world up there's not kind. Just keep that in mind.
That's alright. These machines are capable to handle themselves, and if for some reason it can't, then that's what it's meant to be. I will stay down here until maybe I find another group that can help me find somebody willing. But if I can only make it so far, then I'll treat that as a mortal life and that will be the end of that mortal life. And I'll stay confined into these walls until I find another one. If that takes me another 100 years or so, I will be patient.
That is surprisingly noble of you.
That's like a double purpose.
Which way to Era?
As you start seeing the parts of him that are in the walls, he starts kind of, not like grotesquely, but kind of almost kind of slowly reverberating them to kind of like show you a path of where to go. I will lead the way. You just follow. I can only get you so far, but I believe the point that I will eventually be disconnected from you to help, you will know where to go from there.
I think Murph wants to do something.
Oh, Murph.
Before we continue and all that was said and him about stripping the weapons and stuff, he's gonna step forward. What's the personification of this thing we're talking to? It's not the end. Is it just like the skull again, or goo, or?
Currently, right now, he's not actually using. Currently, right now, he's not using a physical object to talk to you. He's kind of like pulling in like different pieces of different things, and you're kind of hearing like echo effect off of different objects that are kind of just broken all over the place.
Is there goo around?
I mean, all the walls are goo.
Don't touch
Perfect.
the goo.
Yeah, I'll take that under advisement. So he's gonna step forward and walk towards the goo where the automaton we just gave this creature is stuck to the wall. You've never left this place, and you want to go experience the world and see all that it has to offer. Can I ask, can you dip into a body for a moment and see or learn from it without staying or residing or taking over?
I have not tried a partial link before. I do not know how well it will work.
Murph, whatever you're thinking, stop it right now.
I'm gonna go full speed.
Murph.
Before you go out into this world, I'd have you know what honor, love, and he's gonna look back to the rest of the group, redemption and hope, what those things truly mean. And he's gonna press his hand to the goo.
Hey,
His
you
right
remember
hand.
last time when you tried to... Okay.
You hear a voice that all you can hear is
Flip
like,
the stool.
are you sure about this? I cannot guarantee that I will be able to pull myself back.
Helga wants to try and pull him away from the goo.
All
Like,
right.
grab his other hand. And I'm like, no.
All right. Strength versus strength saving throw. Strength check
Yep.
from Helga, strength saving throw from Murph.
Y'all
Good
got
lord.
coin.
Oh man.
They're gonna burn all their coins just fighting against each other for this.
Yep.
Right.
Honestly.
1,000 to 999.
Even if I burn coins, it's not a chance.
No.
But she's still gonna try and like, no.
That's
The
a
DM's very
21.
amused.
21. What'd you get, Helga?
8. I told you, it's not happening.
So
Like,
strong.
Maybe
So
it's
strong
maybe it's
and
just
so wrong.
him just pulling back so quickly, or maybe because he already has some of the goo on him. But like you almost kind of like grease yourself off of the arm. It's just nah.
yeah.
Womp womp.
Murph to ooze.
It's gonna be fine, guys.
Even though she's failing miserably, she's still trying.
As you hear a voice now only in your head, Murph, I need you to consent to this. I need you to accept the responsibility of how this could possibly go.
Guys, we need to stop him. Anyone, like, nobody else is as concerned as I am that he's doing
He's
this.
going to do it.
How do you respond,
Fine.
Take him
Murph?
out
And this
of
is
it.
in your head. That no one else is hearing this conversation. This is in your head.
Oh.
Guys, come on. You
Okay,
can't let
I'll
him go through with
I'll go
this.
try to help Helga pull Murph away from the goo.
If he can get through,
Even if it's
to it,
already too late, she still wants to keep trying to like get him.
Okay, all right. So Murph, because you're already kind of like connected, you can give me now strength saving throw with advantage, and then Helga a strength check with advantage because you're getting assisted from
So from Renora.
from Renora.
Natural 20 plus 3.
To get Murph.
24.
God damn it!
Well, in this case,
Oh,
natural
that's
20
how he
always
wants to do it.
natural 20 always wins. So here's how it's gonna work. You've already made a connection with this creature. The creature's
Right.
still latched onto you. Helga, you're able to start pulling his body away.
Mhm.
In a split second, Murph, you get his chance to respond. Do you consent?
Terms and conditions.
Do it.
Okay.
I
Even though you
consent.
disconnect him, he has enough of attachment to this creature. The creature now embeds himself in Murph's mind. As you guys just immediately just start to see Murph kind of like get like some of it kind of wrapped around him, but not enough to restrain him. As Murph, your eyes kind of roll over, and you just see yourself seeing like reliving memories and seeing the bad and the worst of life that you've had. Everything from what I'm not going to say on here to stories that you have had before the group, to things that have happened afterwards, to everything. I need you to, after about like a couple minutes, you can tell that he or the creature has seen enough. Much like a vampire that doesn't know to let go of its fangs, the creature has not rejected the pull back yet. Do you try to force it out, or do you let it continue to
Force it out.
You're gonna force it out? Alright, I need you to give me a constitution saving throw, please.
Helga's in pure panic mode.
Oh no.
17.
Natural 20. As you try to push it out, the creature is so in depth with looking through your memories that it is just enveloped in you. As you just hear just words of like, "Oh, you poor man. Oh, but that's kind of nice. Oh, all right." And you know, like it's kind of going through like some of the sadder moments and kind of nicer moments. What were you gonna say?
I would say, he would say, honor. You seen I've tried to live that. And honor now demands that you let go. Show honor.
Give me a persuasion check to convince him to retract.
It's
almost
the
like-
shit out of him.
Almost like his instincts are taken over and he can't help but like, oh, this is flesh and body. He gave it to me. I want to
Right.
take it all.
18.
As almost like blinking eyes, and he's just like, "Oh God, sorry," and immediately pulls back. As all of you just kind of see him like the creature retract. Oh God, I'm so sorry. As you all can hear this, I've never tried to only do it partial way. I'll never try that again. I'm sorry. I
No. Despite my pack's best judgment, and I'm sorry, I consented. I hope you learned something.
As like one of the robotic arms comes out attached to it and randomly just starts doing a fist bump to you.
Oh.
Awesome. Renora's gonna pipe up. Speaking of learning some things, Murph. Hey, Murph, over here. Do you remember the last time that you decided that you were going to just do something on your own? Oh, I don't know,
Yeah.
with your arm.
You know how well that went?
And turning it like with the bit of demon, and how it like kind of made you like suck a lot. Do you remember that?
He's gonna walk up to Renora, exhausted, like haggard from the experience, like soul sucked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Always be tired. Did that take a lot out of you?
As she's talking shit, he's just as a beast by put a hand on his shoulder. You're absolutely fucking right. Last time, I promise.
Helga's gonna slap the
Okay.
shit out of you.
You better,
I
otherwise
deserve
Helga's
that.
gonna have a conniption fit. Like,
At this
Well, she did say I
Quit
was her best friend,
trying
so at least
to
you're the backup.
pushes you away.
Quit trying to
Get outta
sacrifice
here.
yourself.
At this point, a massive energy explodes so much that it reverberates to the wall. As some of you can tell, there's some kind of eldritch energy that was cast further down the hall.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
That wasn't
Was
me.
that our friend?
That was in my blind spot again.
Mm.
Someone's
I think
casting
it's
magic. The battle must still be continuing.
Oh, there's a battle out
well.
there. Oh,
Should
okay.
we
The
go,
enemy
gang?
of my enemy is my friend, right?
Now
That's
is
what I
the
heard.
time. If somebody else is fighting her, we have the advantage.
Yeah. It was
Strike
fair.
while the iron's hot.
Lenora, Mixus, lead the way.
Mixus is
Okay.
gone again. Oh no, where'd she go? Oh, we're
There
leaving
she
her
goes.
this time.
She's already gone.
She ran ahead. She ran ahead.
We heard
Open it
Mixus
out.
go and just.
Yep.
All right.
It-
As you two lead on, I need at some time nothing really happens, but near the end I need Renora, just give me a perception check with advantage. Just assume that your Mixus is helping you.
Sure. You said perception.
Yeah.
Advantage. That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's dark.
Yeah. I got an 11.
Yeah, that's not awful.
You get pretty close to where you can tell the creature can no longer communicate to you. You're like with 60 feet within this giant contained room where the creature's material can no longer reach. But as soon as you get there, the battle stops. Maybe like a couple seconds before. It just goes quiet. And you see like some shadows just drop and some disappear from around the corner. You don't know if someone's waiting for you or if the battle just stopped and people retreated, but there's at least someone in there, at least one person, whether or not they're hiding, they passed out, or they just decided to say, okay, I'm done with what I need to do, and I'm just walking away.
Okay.
But just
At
60 feet away
that-
from it.
She's gonna instinctively thieves camp for everybody to stop, and then realize that nobody else
Just
speaks.
speaks
Yep,
thieves'
Helga
camp.
just keeps on going.
Like throwing up signs, and everybody's like, "What is she doing?" Like,
Blood. Yeah, blood.
be like, "Well, hush whispers." There's somebody up ahead, and everything just stops. So there's a possibility that there might be a trap up there.
Maybe
Shall
scope it out.
we boldly go forward? Shall we try to sneak and anticipate?
I mean, you know what I want to do is actively against what we should do, so
Going cautiously.
Before we go further, I want to do a thing.
not a thing.
On a thing!
Anything but a
Just say
thing.
the thing.
Yeah. So real quick, I'm going to turn to Fierna and go. Before we go any further, if we're going to re-encounter our worst fear, our darkest enemy, the one that killed you that I brought back, I'm
Thanks
going to
for
cast
the
Death
reminder,
Ward.
but Yes.
Right? Yes. So I'm going to cast Death Ward on you.
Oh, thank you.
So that way, if it does grow dark, and if I can't reach you in time, at least for the next 8 hours, you'll be able to have one last chance.
Nice.
Thank you, Xander. Gosh, I owe you so much. And this
That's
is-
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we look at each other, and hopefully it doesn't come to that. But if it does,
Hopefully
There.
not.
So,
that's my thing.
since Fierna said that we should sneak forward, me and Mixus will probably like recon ahead to see what we can,
Alright.
if we can get like yeah.
I'll let you roll stealth and advantage to roll for both you and Mixus as a pair.
Super advantage, I heard, because I already have advantage.
Super!
Bird
Super!
30.
Okay. As you both sneak up, you find yourself inside a large, ornate cavern. Probably about 100 feet high, maybe 100 feet wide at first glance. Not perfectly circular, but definitely kind of more of like a sphere shape. In the center, much like when you guys were in the Shadowfell, there seems to be almost branch-looking kind of tendrils that are coming from the ceiling and coming down. And they seem to be holding, midway in the air, this large, jagged, unperfect crystal. A little dirty, some mud over it, maybe 10 feet in size. As you look around, you see about somewhere around there seems to be like a giant shell in the ceiling. And as you peek around before you fully walk in, you see 3 unknown bodies passed out on the ground a little bit further in the room.
Investigation check on the bodies.
From the distance, or you can try to get in closer?
I'm gonna do it. I am not gonna try getting closer.
Okay, so it's going to be high DC, so give me an investigation check.
Okay. 10.
10. It's hard to make it. I mean, these are definitely the descriptions of what the creature told you. These, see a couple, what looks like similar coloration to Xander, and maybe one person that fits the build of a male that kind of has like a greenish bluish color. But from this distance, you can't make heads or tails. They look like they are not like soldiers from distance. They're not wearing like any kind of signature armor of any kind. But without getting close, you can't make any heads or tails any further than that.
Do they look to be alive?
You can't tell until you get closer. Their backs are turned towards you. They're laying on the ground. You can't even tell if they're fully unconscious, if they're pretending to be dead, or if they are actually fully dead.
Got it.
Not fully dead yet. I'm only partially dead.
It's only a flesh
That's
wound.
just gas escaping.
Feel happy!
Bring out your dead.
This is
Just mostly
You
dead.
said it's a circular, like,
We get
You're
tomorrow.
The shape
Right.
of it is kind of almost like a very, very jagged sphere as far as the shape of the walls, because it kind of like starts out flat at the bottom. It kind of slowly starts folding up, and then it turns back into a dome at the top. But it's
and the
not
crystal
perfect.
is in like the center.
Yeah, and it's not coming from the ground. It's only hanging up from the ceiling. It's being pulled down. And it doesn't look like these like living tendrils that are holding it. It just looks like these are kind of like weird brambled, odd ornate vines that are holding it in its place.
Okay.
And there's like a cocoon above it that's like pretty large.
The vines go all the way from the ceiling.
Down halfway to
They're
hold this
holding
crystal.
it.
And they're kind of like grasping it
the
kind of like a
walls.
claw. Like they almost are intentionally kind of grabbing it like they're trying to hold it in place.
Okay.
But they're not
Okay.
moving. It's just hanging there.
And
So
I don't
above you would be
see
about 50
anybody
feet above you. If you
Other
went to
than the
center.
2 people in the middle of the
3
room,
people.
right?
Three.
The three people.
Yeah, and you. I'm assuming that you didn't fully walk into the room yet, so you can't tell
No.
if there's anybody else.
Okay, then I'll sorry, a little bit of retro gaming. Before I sneak ahead, I would like to at least teach the rest of the group that a certain sign means to go forward. Like when I do this, that means that you guys are clear to go to come forward.
Okay.
So
I'll say if
I
you
will-
want.
Yeah.
I'll say if you want, you can take 10 minutes to give 3 commands to them.
Okay.
That does not require them to take an intelligence check, but you can choose 3 commands now. This will have to be written down in notes. So no one can ask what these commands are as players. They'll have to do the gesture without saying the word for the command to work. I have done this once in a campaign I was a player with Amanda once, and
Hey.
it was like Tales from Tieflings and stuff like that. Yeah.
So this is
So
your
you can in 10 minutes you can teach them 3 physical commands, whether it's just like your hand up to stop,
Yep.
or fucking shake your ass to fucking move forward. Whatever you want to do. Like, it's...
That means
Cover
fucking
me.
move it. Like-
Yeah.
You can take 10 minutes to teach them those commands. You as
Awkward party
players
boy.
need to write down the notes for this. You cannot ask the player what they are after this thing.
Hope your descriptions are good.
Got it.
Because mine
So-
for damn sure won't be.
2 fingers up, pointing up, and then they go like this, up and then forward. Means, like, go forward, come to me, do whatever you want, all clear, good to go. However, like, all of that. It's just go. It's a
Move on.
green light,
Go.
right?
Green light.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Do what you can. 2 fingers up, going forward.
Okay.
Fist is a full stop, halt all activity, no sounds, no talking, no nothing, everything stop. And putting face, like, palm to the floor and pushing down will be like a slow down / we should probably start stealthing. Or, like, this seems like a delicate situation type thing of, like, go about this cautiously.
Okay. So in the future,
This means hit the deck.
so in the future, after doing this,
Nope, this is a caution.
in the future,
Like,
after doing this, Renora, as you give those descriptions, you can say what you're doing with your hands, but you can't say what it means. So you can say, I'm doing, just by the way, I'm doing
Yeah.
this with my hand, but you can't say
Okay.
what it means.
Okay.
And they'll have to figure
So
it out.
then,
on
yeah, I will do this to indicate to the rest of the group, and then I will take a step in to try to get a better look.
I'll say Mixus will match with you. So you take a step in. With only moving to 5 feet in, nothing really changes. You now see the full grandiose thing of this room. It does not look like it is man-made, but it does look like some kind of event would have created this. They have this hollow of a room in here. More natural instead of man-made. Maybe this is similar to the Underdark, where maybe a creature moved in here and burrowed its way through. Or something more of maybe like a more naturist event, maybe continents shifting, and eventually just the way this got shifted due to Earth movement might have made this. Something like that, but it definitely seems more natural than anything else. From this distance, you can definitely tell that there is something within the crystal. The crystal itself is not of a monetary value, but more or less of a shell for something. But from this distance, you have no further. But it's all you gain from only moving 5 feet inward.
Okay. I want to, can I investigate the vines a little bit more?
You'll have to get up closer.
Okay.
The closer
Like,
you get, the
are
better.
they how far down on the wall are they coming? Like, could I touch one, or is it like?
No, you cannot touch one. They only go down about 50 feet, so they'd be 50 feet above you.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Or
Touch with
technically,
your
they'd be
eyes.
going down 50 feet, so they'd be 100 feet above you because it's a 200-foot high wall.
Oh, fun. Okay,
Fortunately.
I missed that completely. I'm like 50 feet high. We got this. No,
Yeah.
you talking? Okay, fun.
Yeah, this
Cool.
is a huge room.
We're in
Okay.
a silo.
Yeah. Okay. Am not brave enough to go out in the center of that room, so I'm just gonna like sidestep and wait for
The rest of the group
everybody
do
else to
something?
get in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what does everybody else want to do after you got your command?
After she gives the all clear. I'm
Oh,
gonna
Clay.
After she gives the all clear, I'm gonna head up and cautiously go towards the people.
No.
Okay.
Follow.
All right. So you two are going to go towards the 3 people. If you want, you both can give me stealth checks individually. Both of you two, both Fiona and Xander.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
staying by Murph.
Okay.
I'm so good at stealth.
Stealth.
Murph wants to see what happens with these stealth checks first.
14.
14.
Is 13.
13. Okay. As you try to quietly move forward, it is difficult. The land is not rough terrain, but it is also not a fair terrain to walk on while also trying to be quiet. Even for rogues, this would be difficult. Due to the jagged floor, lots of stones all over the place, you're having to be as careful as possible. But as you hit a couple pebbles, you kind of look around, nothing reacts. Eventually, as you move about 30 feet in, you look at the bodies. And as you get closer, they become ever so clear. I need you both to give me a perception check with advantage, because you're familiar with who these people are.
Dun dun dun.
24.
16.
16.
Oh, yeah, 16 and 24.
Okay. And Fiona?
24.
24.
Yeah.
As you both take time to roll them over, you find the old familiar faces of a group that you just left of Serena, Tolmond, and Daphne, unconscious. They have just been in a huge battle and they are scratched up, the weapons are laid over, and energy looks like it's been blasted out of like Daphne's hands. Most likely she was the one that just shot off the Eldritch Blast at the last minute, and you can kind of see it scorched on her hands. Like almost someone kind of like pressed back and forced her to actually explode the Eldritch energy in her palms, and it burned her hands.
The third one, Dahlia's dad.
No.
That
Tolmond
was,
is Silik's dad.
Silik's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. So it's the
So Tolmond is the sea elf.
Yeah. Mhm.
Serena
Got it.
is Silik's daughter.
Right.
And Daphne is the mother for both Silik and Dahlia.
got it.
Can we do like a medicine check or something to like see if they're still conscious or anything? Or
Yeah,
like
I'll
a
give you.
pulse?
If you want to do a medicine check, you can. After that, we'll pause you guys to go to someone else. But if you both want to give a medicine check, you can.
Sure. I'll give Fearna some guidance to help her.
Dang, that's not gonna help too much. It's
I-
D4 for guidance, right?
I know. Yeah.
Uh oh.
Oh no. We don't like uh-ohs.
No, I don't like either. I gotta use some fucking coins. I'll use 2.
You're the cleric!
I know, and I
Good
keep getting
medicine.
shitty rolls.
11 with guidance.
Okay.
I get Oh, wow, this is like a turn for the worst. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's shit. Okay, 6. 10.
10. It's hard to tell. They definitely are
Well,
not.
actually, 14 with the plus. My bad. 14.
God, you fucking liar.
I know.
What the hell, Xander?
I know. I did forgot to add my mod.
They're definitely not dead yet, but they're getting there. They're currently unconscious, and they are bleeding out. We're gonna pause on you guys. We have the two that haven't done anything yet. Murph and Helga. What do you two want to do?
I kind of want to keep an eye out for if I can sense Ira around. Like I want to try and maybe do like perception or something to see if I can like pick up on her vibes. Like,
Are you
is she setting up a trap for us? Is she
pick up on her vibes? You can't really pick up on vibes, but you can give me a perception check just to see if like you can spot her somewhere if she's around.
Okay.
Roll a vibe check.
Yeah.
Bad.
We like vibes. There's 17 plus 7, so
You do not see her anywhere.
That's concerning.
All right. What about Murph?
I'm just gonna keep trying to like be on alert if I notice Because what is it? We have the. Okay, it was the if you're tracking a devil demon that you've seen, you get advantage on survival checks to track that creature if they're within a mile. So,
what kind of creature?
a devil or a demon.
She's not a devil or a demon.
Okay.
Your weapons are made to work against her, but she's not actually a devil or a demon.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep eyes out for anything that looks sussy.
Okay, what about you, Murph?
You're muted.
Yo, my B. Xander and Fierna, would you have let us know, or would we have found out who the bodies are prior to this moment? Would you have yelled
No.
back, or just
No,
been
I
in
think we're trying to
shock?
be stealthy-ish.
Yeah, and probably work on getting them back to at least waking up.
Yeah.
Well, not yet. You guys' turn would have ended essentially as checking them. So, and I'd also say
Right.
the distance of there. So you're about 60 feet away from the entrance of where the rest of the group are to find the bodies. So,
Okay.
for you to be able to communicate with them, would have to be quite loud.
And we're not gonna do loud right now.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Marsh is a sit down, crisscross applesauce, and close his eyes for the moment.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just gonna close your eyes. All right. Okay. Back over to Renora, aka also Mixus. Anything you want to do?
Well, I do just kind of want to get a feel for my surroundings, so I guess the only other thing I'd want to do is maybe another investigation on the crystal thing.
Okay. Are you
But
gonna
I
get
don't
any
know
closer?
how
Or are you gonna
much-
stay where you are?
Well, if everybody else is getting closer, I'll move.
Okay.
Mm,
How far?
how far away is the center of the room where the bodies are?
So the bodies are 60 feet in. To be directly
Okay.
underneath the crystal, you'd have to move 100 feet in.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to be directly underneath it.
Okay.
I'll probably move up to where everybody else is and try to investigate the crystal from there, even
Okay,
though
so
it's
move
probably
up
not
60
60 enough.
feet.
But that is
All right.
okay.
Give me an investigation check or perception check. You can choose.
Oh, I would rather choose perception. 15.
Looking at the crystal closer, you can see that within these vines that are holding it are some of the cables that you found earlier in the upper floor. And they're supplying power to whatever's in the crystal. Along with also the nature itself, seeming to be more druidic with it. Kind of a mixture of earth and science working together to do something to this crystal. You definitely see that there is someone embedded in this crystal. In this instance, you cannot tell if it is actually a person or if it's one of Renard's automatons. But you can at least assume that is not Ira within the crystal. Outside of that, you're not close enough to see anything further. It is too far away from you. I'm going to give another round for our medics. So Xander and Fierna. Anything else you want to do?
Sure. I'll spend a little bit of time and I'll do cure wounds on all three of them. Are there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would cast cure wounds once on each of them
Okay.
at first level. To at least get them to at least stabilize and a little health in them. So
Got it.
maybe
Okay.
we could talk to them.
I'm
Okay.
gonna encourage Xander. You got this.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to burn through all my spell slots. So I'll use all my first level slots.
Yeah.
Just boop, boop, boop. I
Good
don't want to
job,
use all of our
cleric.
health potions either, so I'm gonna do that. So, so Serena will get 8. Talman will get 7. And it was Daphne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, she'll get 9.
7,
do
8,
not-
9.
They do not.
Hey!
They do not wake up, but you're able to close up some wounds that are still bleeding out, and at least be able to make it where they're not going to consistently get closer to death.
Okay.
And
Would it just, can I tell if I just heal them more when they wake up, or like?
you assume that maybe they're also just drained of stamina. Whatever battle they had, they are not going to wake up during this, but you at least got them off the brink of death.
Okay.
What about Fiona? Anything else you want to do?
Should we move them out of the harm's way? I'm not quite sure what that crystal does, but I'm gonna grab the 2 adults by the backs of their shirts and drag them and leave Serena for Xander.
Yeah,
Okay.
I grab Serena.
All right. As you start
We'll get
moving
them out of harm's way.
back over to where you started, Fiona, I need to make you need to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
What do you get for helping people?
Right,
No good deed goes unpunished.
Oh, don't say that.
will be a 25.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You suddenly feel the familiarity of the pain in your chest, but you're able to hold it back, as you can feel that there is 2 people here that you do not see. And they both feel familiar to you. They're not necessarily hiding, you just don't see them.
I'm gonna look around, Xander. Get to the others fast. Let them know there's 2 others here.
Okay.
At that point, you start to hear a voice, and none of you can figure out where it is, but you can familiarize it with Ira. Don't go. We've never been able to finish our battle. And apparently one of you is powerful enough to bring you back from death. Like to see how that works. We've come so far. Why leave? I'm sure you didn't come this way just to sightsee. You want your revenge? Come and take it. If you can.
No one's running. And we will take our revenge.
You're gonna start running?
No, I said
No,
no one
Oh,
is
no
running.
one's running?
I'm
Oh.
responding to her.
Okay.
We all hear this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, you tell him, Fiona.
At this point, the cocoon above on the ceiling starts to open up. As you see this dark angel of familiarity start flying down upside down as she was hanging from the ceiling in this cocoon, just start floating down. More grandiose than she was before, as you can hear her speaking to you. Before you had no chance. I was able to eliminate you with a single thought. I've evolved much greater, taken much more information from others, and I do not need a form anymore to take. I've become perfect. What chance do you think you have now? As you start seeing her float down, she looks so familiar as before, but now coloration has come to her skin. Hues have come to her hair. Coloration has come to her wings, and she has shedded the last bits of what made her look like a pure plague before, and now she is left with her plaguish hue of skin, but now she, without the shell over her body, she is now wearing more battle-armed clothes, but still without any kind of shoes, that she is still kind of druidic in nature. So you see her large wings just kind of keep her from landing, as she's just floating 5 feet off the ground. And she just immediately just opens up her wings in dominance. Well, come then. Show me what it takes to bring me down. And that's what we're
Oh,
gonna
I
do.
can't wait to wipe that smirk
I love
off your
it.
face.
Right. Fairness charging in next session.
Cue battle music.
Yeah.
Thanks at me, just here, take him. I'm gonna deal with this.
But as I said, there's still a second person in there. So FYI.
Yep.
Who's that baby in the cocoon she was talking to?
You can see inside the cocoon. She was by herself. All right.
I meant previously. Memories.
On Dragon Ball Z.
So,
Thank you for joining us.
thank you very much for joining
Same
us.
bad time,
and
same bad channel.
Yes, do not forget to check us out next week for Blades, following with Wednesday Star Wars, and Thursday was a sequel to this episode where they battle against Era and maybe the other person hiding within the area. Sorry we're going to end it early tonight, but a couple of the players are not feeling the greatest, so we're going to get going, and I hope everybody has a fantastic week and weekend. So everyone, good night, and we'll see you later.